Hi y'all, my name's Caroline and I am, I think, 8 weeks post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy conversion to RNY gastric bypass. I did a video last week where I was talking about my mental health being really down, struggling to lose weight, not feeling good, not feeling motivated. Well, I figured out what was wrong. I'm down almost 5 pounds from last week, and that day that I did my video, that night I did my video, I went to sleep probably around midnight, right after I posted the video. I woke up around 4 a.m. and I felt really, really, really bad, guys. I'm fully vaccinated for COVID, but I was pretty sure that I had gotten COVID. There's a huge surge in my community, and I felt like I was gonna die, like real bad. I ended up going back to sleep because I did not even have the energy to take myself to the hospital, text, call 911, none of that. Like, I felt bad. Like, I couldn't even move my thumbs to text, guys, to ask somebody for help. So I waited until about 8 in the morning. I had gone back to sleep, slept for a few more hours, tried to go get a rapid test from like CVS or Walgreens or Walmart. They were all sold out in my community, in the neighboring communities. So I ended up trying to go to an urgent care. All the urgent cares didn't have rapid tests. I called my regular doctor. They did not have any. They advised me to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. I probably should have called 911 and had them take me because I probably was not safe to drive. I was seeing double vision. I was completely out of it mentally. My whole body hurt. My spine hurt. I felt like my heart was going to pound out of my chest. I was dizzy. I could barely walk into the ER when I got there. I had a low fever and severely, like, bad chills. And they put me in an isolation area. They triaged me pretty quick. After they triaged me, they said, probably you have COVID. Put me back in the isolation area. Sorry, my baby's just gonna scream. There's nothing I can do about it. He's like 18 months old and doesn't care. So anyways, I was crying because I just wanted to lay on the floor, even though it's like a nasty hospital. I was in so much pain. I just felt like if I laid on the floor, that would make it better. The nurse came up to me and she checked my blood pressure, my heart rate and stuff. My heart rate was over 140 and my blood pressure was 80 something over 60 something, which is extremely low for me. And I just kept saying, help me, please help me. I was vomiting, and I did not feel good, guys. Did not feel good at all. So they finally got me back into a room. They actually got me back pretty quick, but then it took them 2 hours to get an IV started on me because I was so dehydrated. My veins kept blowing every single time. 6 different people came in and tried to give me an IV. I got poked over 10 times. I was delirious. I was just limp, laying in the bed, crying. My nurses were amazing and comforted me and held my hand, and it was tough. It was really tough. They finally got the IV going, but they were not able to get blood because my blood kept hemolyzing and was flowing too slow, and so they couldn't get any like blood samples and stuff that the doctor wanted. They couldn't get in the size IV they wanted because they wanted to do like contrast or something, and they could only get those little tiny butterfly things in me, and we were lucky we got that. Finally got IV going. They gave me 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. My doctor tested me for everything: COVID, RSV, flu A and B, all the respiratory viruses. Nothing. Everything came back negative. Strep, negative. Nothing. I had nothing at all. And so he did the COVID PCR test, which I got 12 hours later, which was after I left the hospital, but that was negative too. The doctor told me, because I got like a half a bag of fluid in me. I had gotten 40 minutes of sleep after all that was said and done. And like I said, the 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol in my IV. And I popped up out of the bed and I was like, oh, I feel 100% better. He said the only thing he could find was that the ketones in my urine were elevated. and that I had signs of dehydration. They finally did get a blood sample, but it wasn't until after I had gotten a half a bag of IV fluid going. And so it kind of skewed, I guess, those results. But he said that he thinks I was severely dehydrated and exhausted. And I was like, I totally believe that diagnosis. Because he said if it had been COVID, a half a bag of IV fluids and 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol would not have made you feel this much better. So, you know, and then my COVID test all came back negative, and like I said, I am vaccinated, and I've been wearing my mask and whatnot. So he said, you know, you have to focus on hydration, and I'm still technically, I guess, healing from surgery. I gotta be more careful with my body, so I have been tracking my fluid intake religiously. I keep a bottle of Powerade Zero with me all the time. In between my bottles of Powerade Zero, I'll refill the bottle with water and drink, you know, 20 fluid ounces of Powerade Zero, then 20 fluid ounces of water, then 20 fluid ounces of Powerade Zero. I lost 4 pounds in 2 days after I left the emergency room. And I thought I was going to gain weight because of the IV fluids and drinking all that extra fluid. Nope. I lost 4 pounds in 2 days because my body was just so severely dehydrated I couldn't lose weight. So I've actually lost almost 5 pounds since last week. But like I said, those first 4 pounds were almost instantaneous. And I feel like I'm back on track with losing weight. I feel like I'm back on track with being hydrated. Not perfectly hydrated, but I am trying my damnedest to stay hydrated. Dehydration is no joke. I live in the South. We have 100% humidity. The temperature, real feel, is sometimes over 120 degrees depending on the day. Our actual temperatures are in the 90s or above every single day. And as soon as you walk outside, you're sweating. Just to walk from the door to the car, just to wait for your car to cool down, you're sweating. And all of that sweat, like, it's hard to replace if you're a bariatric patient. Forget working out, you know what I mean? So I have been trying to stay hydrated, and I'm going to not work out. I'm going to try to rest my body as much as possible until I feel 100% better. I also think, so I did feel 100% better, but then my kids went to school this week, and I think my first grader brought home a cold because I have a runny nose and, you know, postnasal drip. I feel gross. So I think that is what's going on now. So I'm just trying to be kind to my body. And I'm also, my husband's deployed still. So he's not able to help with anything. And we've got 4 kids and they all have different needs. So I'm not doing anything that's not absolutely necessary. I paid for my laundry to go to wash, dry, fold. I sent my dog to doggy daycare for 3 nights and 4 days. Because my son was about to have surgery and I had just got out of the hospital. So I just started like paying for all kinds of different services, lawn service, everything, because I just can't right now. And in the grand scheme of things, like, if I can't take care of myself, then I can't take care of my kids. That was a huge wake-up call for me. I really thought like I was dying, guys. Like, my body hurt that bad. They were concerned about my heart. Like, they did EKG and stuff like that to make sure that my heart was functioning properly, because just all of my numbers were all over the place. And like I said, I was in bad shape. So taking care of yourself and putting yourself first is hard for a lot of people. It's hard for me, but after the surgery, you really have to put yourself first. You really have to be careful about how much fluid you're getting in, how much protein you're getting in, how many calories you're getting in, how much sleep you're getting, and be conscientious about being kind to your body, resting your body, because I'm here to tell you that when your body has had enough, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be not fun. It was not fun for me. So please learn from my lesson. I don't know if you can tell, but like, my mental health has gone up, and I feel better just from hydrating, guys. So please hydrate. All right, I will try to talk to y'all again next week. I am down to 248.2 pounds this week, and hopefully next week I'll be down even more. I did get down to 246, and then I bounced back up to 248, but I think that's because I got my menstrual cycle, and so I think after I'm off of my cycle next week it'll go back down. So that's pretty normal for my body. When I'm that time of the month, I gain a little bit and then I lose it right back, and then I lose a little bit more weight afterwards. So I'm not stressing out about it, and like I said, I'm just being kind to my body, y'all. All right, I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.